you're probably wondering, when it comes to up until the 1970s, well, let's face it, a Land Rover was just a Land Rover. That was until the first luxury SUV was introduced. One that was high performance, had all-terrain capabilities, but ultimately was a status symbol. You're wondering, but what about the name Range Rover? Where did that come from? Well, a gentleman by the name of Tony Poole had percolated the idea, and come up with various names, one of which was Road Rover, which, let's face it, it's all right, but it didn't stick. And then the sales department thought that they could do better. So they threw around names such as Cougar and Anaconda. But I think based on your expression, we can all agree we're happy those names also didn't stick. There were two more things that also helped the Range Rover catapult into prominence. So first thing was that they then evolved from a two-door model to a four-door model. And after that, they also released the In Vogue Special Edition. You might have spotted up on here, I noticed some of you were looking earlier, we had images flashing of the livery. The most expensive one of the time was known as the Lindy. It cost £100,000. And this actually included input from Viscount Lindy, who is the nephew of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth. So to make it really exclusive, there were only 6 models ever made. A particular model was created right at the forefront of the designer's mind was always environmental concerns. And the big question was, how can we make it more environmentally friendly without compromising on passengers' space and comfort? But of course, Range Rover came up with a fantastic solution. This is where they introduced the world's first monocoque made entirely out of aluminum. The fact about this era, when they introduced the 4th generation, was that by this time, the Range Rover was extremely popular amongst the upper echelons of society, prime ministers, royalty, so you had armored and bulletproof versions of this. But in 2019, Range Rover officially launched the Sentinels, so that people like you and I could now purchase an armored, bulletproof Range Rover for just $6 million.
And there we